ഫേസ് നോക്കിയാൽ കാര്യം സാർ വന്നാൽ പിന്നെ പറ യൂസ്ഫുൾ ബാക്ക് കണ്ടു എപ്പോ നോക്കിയപ്പോഴൊക്കെ പിന്നെ ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പറയാം.
ഞാൻ പറയുമ്പോഴേ നീ അവിടെ നമുക്ക് പറയണ ആൾക്ക് റൈറ്റിൽ നിൽക്കാം. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഈ സാധനം എനിക്ക് ഓക്കെ ഫൈൻ. ഞാൻ നമുക്ക് however you want. Why these ഓ ഇവ നമ്മൾ ഇടണല്ലേ, നമ്മളാണോ ഇടേണ്ടത്?
check. Hello, check one, two. Hello, check one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Check. Yes. Hello? Yeah. Good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to AAROHAN 12th edition, the flagship technical and cultural fest of the School of Engineering, Bengaluru campus, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham.
Let us begin this special occasion by invoking the blessings of our Divine Amma. I request everyone to rise for the prayer.
ध्यायामो धवलावगुण्ठनवती तेजोमयीं नैष्टकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीम् वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी.
Light is a symbol of knowledge, prosperity, and purity. To remark the auspicious beginning of Aarohan, we shall now proceed with the traditional lighting of the lamp ceremony. We humbly bow at the sacred lotus of our beloved Chancellor, Amma, Sri Mata Amritantamai Devi, whose blessings guide and inspire us in every endeavor. I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. Everyone, please rise up. To kindly be seated in the front row for a short while as we will be playing the university video followed by the Aarohan highlights video.
Amrita University.
Now, let
Amrita
us take a
Vishwa
glimpse of our
Vidyapeetham.
campus, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, a university that embodies the values of compassion, innovation, and excellence.
Amrita University, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, is a multi-campus, multidisciplinary university that has grown into India's #1 private university in less than 20 years under the guiding light of Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, affectionately known as Amma, the world-renowned humanitarian. Amma is also the Chancellor of Amrita University, driving a vision of education for life, not just education for living. The university's main focus is on compassion-driven applied research that would have a global impact and benefit all sections of society, especially the most downtrodden. Amrita University has rapidly grown into 9 campuses across India: Coimbatore, Amritapuri, Bangalore, Mysore, Cochin, Chennai, Faridabad, Amravati, and Nagercoil. Has over 20,000 students across 220 plus programs in various disciplines, including pure sciences, engineering, management, medicine, and interdisciplinary studies. Amrita's focus on compassion-driven research has culminated in many innovations and many firsts. India's first landslide warning system, OceanNet, long-range communications into the ocean, skill development training through haptics and virtual reality, nanotechnology for various drug development, targeted cancer therapies, robotics for disaster relief, healthcare technologies, etc. The healthcare network with the Amrita hospitals in both the south and north parts of the country have done amazing work, including Asia's first double hand transplant. Amrita University, Amrita Vishwa.
To relive the spirit of past editions and feel the enthusiasm that defines AAROHAN, let's watch the AAROHAN highlights video.
We now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly proceed to the dais for the inaugural ceremony. To extend a heartfelt welcome, I invite Dr. Gopalakrishnan EA, Principal School of Computing, to present bouquet to our distinguished chief guest.
Our next segment is the welcome address. We are privileged to have with us Dr. Manoj P., Director, Bangalore Campus, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Dr. Manoj brings over 15 years of international experience and has served as a naval officer in the Singapore Navy, specializing in electronic warfare. Holds a PhD in disaster management from Amrita, along with the degrees of the Nanyang Technologies University, Singapore, and the University of Surrey, UK. His expertise in IT security and leadership in global collaborations continue to inspire the Amrita community. I now invite Manoj sir to deliver the welcome address.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Very, very hearty welcome to one and all present here, to the 1,800 students or 1,800 and more, I think around 2,000 students from more than, from across the whole of Karnataka. I think we have been represented by about 40 schools this year. And welcome all of you all to the 12th edition of AAROHAN at the Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham Bangalore campus. As we begin the celebration of science and innovation, I'd like to take a moment to introduce our university. For those who may be new to this, you have seen that video. In fact, we have opened our 10th campus in Haridwar. So we are a rapidly growing university. Keep in mind that we've only started 22 years ago. So in 22 years now we have got the 10th campus which we have opened. As you know, the university is a multi-campus, multidisciplinary university which is dedicated to research. And as you've also seen in the video, it's about doing a research having a compassionate angle to it and trying to help society, which has helped Amrita University right now to be ranked #1 in India in terms of the impact it makes to society. And this is done by a global standard, and we are top 50 in the world in making an impact to society. What do we want our generation to do? To have a positive impact. It's not about just giving them jobs and all that, but it's about how you sustain the humanity as is, and what is the impact you can make into society. And for that, Amrita University is very, very proud to say that we've been ranked #1 in the last 5 years in this impact ranking, and we've seen ourselves grow in this area as well. Right, our founder, Mata Amrita Devi, she embodies the compassion and spirituality, and her vision for education emphasizes the importance of character building, values, and of course, holistic development. I'd like to, of course, extend a very warm welcome to all the students and also, the faculty and the teachers who have accompanied them as you explore the realms of science here at Amrita. And we are also today to have honored with us, with our honor to have Dr. H.S. Nagaraja, who is our chief guest. I think they will do a formal introduction about him a bit later, and you can see he's a dedicated, I would say, more than a gentleman. He's a dedicated person who has been, our whole life has got some purpose. And I think when you see the kind of work that he has done and the kind of impact that he's making to society, I think we should also be inspired by what he does, and and see if we can even do 5% of what he has been doing. And I would like to welcome him, sir. Thank you very much for coming. Behind the scenes, of course, we have all our our distinguished leaders at the university, Dr. Gopal Krishnan, Dr. Tanuja, Dr. Prashant, and we have many who are not on the dais, who are sitting there with you all, who have helped this program for you all. I think it's a program for you all to participate, to learn. And I'd like to welcome all of them to the program as well. And kudos to every one of you to make this program so successfully organized, at least till now. And I'm sure the students will have a wonderful time. See, AAROHAN has been a flagship event for the university for over a decade. As I said, it is the 12th edition that we have. And we are thrilled to see that over the years it has grown tremendously to what it is now. And to see that its impact on shaping our young minds and with inspiring innovation. Again, I would like to think that this event is a testament to our commitment to fostering a culture of scientific inquiry, creativity and excellence. So over the next 2 days, you will have the opportunity to participate in many events, including competitions, workshops, and exhibitions that will challenge your skills, that will ignite your creativity, curiosity, and inspire your imagination. Our faculty and student coordinators have worked tirelessly to create an experience that's both engaging and enriching. I would like to, also take this opportunity to thank our sponsors as well, who have seen what the investment they should be doing with our youth, and for them coming forward with their help as well. As you begin this journey, I encourage you, over the next 2 years, to be curious, ask questions, explore new ideas, and push beyond your comfort zones. Don't be afraid to take risks and learn from your mistakes. Remember, the greatest discoveries often arise from most unexpected places. Before I conclude, I would like to wish you all the very best for AAROHAN 2025. May this event be a stepping stone for you to pursue your passions and make a meaningful impact in the world. Thank you, and let the Science Fest begin.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking words. Your address has truly set a positive tone for today's gathering. It is now our privilege to welcome our chief guest, Dr. H.S. Nagaraja, a visionary educationist, philanthropist, and the founder of Prayoga Institute of Education Research. Dr. Nagaraja has dedicated his life to transforming science education through hands-on and experiential learning. He also established Base Educational Services, one of Karnataka's foremost training institutions for aspirants of IIT and NEET, and is the author of more than 20 books in physics and electronics. He also serves as founder trustee of Sri Shankara Cancer Foundation and is one of the key architects of Tapas, an initiative that empowers underprivileged students with IIT JEE training and holistic education. We are deeply honored and privileged to have you with us, sir. We kindly request you to share your words of wisdom with us.
respected friends on the dais, professional colleagues from the university, school and other organizations, including those who have come with kids from across the state, my dear young friends, it's truly inspiring and enlivening for me to talk with children, because I spent almost 60 years with children of your age and a little more. Again, on my personal behalf, a very warm welcome and a great morning for all of you to cherish the next 2 days journey here. These occasions where you congregate at a place like this helps you in many ways. One, you have come out of your sort of comfort zone, living home and elsewhere, and get to see new people. When you see new people, your thoughts change completely. You are not the one who would be at your home and cherishing some thoughts. You are a different person. You learn to respect others. You learn to listen to others. That's how it starts. Let me start with what is most abundant in all of you. Curiosity. Curiosity is one of the primary ingredients in all forms of life, including worms, creatures, insects and so on. Imagine a worm is crawling, it wants to see something, it wants to see how things are around its own environment. Most children, when they start crawling, if there's an ant going there or if something is crawling, the child would crawl just behind that to see how that is moving forward. Curiosity starts at a very, very young age. When you were about 1 year or 1.5 years, when you started talking, you would ask 100 questions to your mother. Mama, why is it like this? Why do you water this plant? If the mother says it also gets thirsty, then how does it drink? Where is its mouth? 100 questions. After some time, this curiosity gets, hey, don't open your mouth, auntie is coming, some guests are coming, shut your mouth. In other words, all of us have experienced. I am not blaming anybody. How things work is what I am telling. You should understand that curiosity is the beginning of all learning. Curiosity and asking questions is the beginning of all the learning. But our school systems and often university systems, I'm not a pessimist, I am not criticizing, but the fact is very often the child's curiosity gets constantly cut at various levels and you stop asking questions after some time. My appeal would be, whatever may be the environment, keep asking questions, don't stop. The day you stop asking questions, you stop learning. Take it from me. So, I have only a few takeaways for you this morning, which has come out of my 6 decades of association. I'm only reflecting what I have seen in you. It's not my creation. Keep your curiosity, keep asking questions. That's the only way you can survive, you can evolve, you can grow, and you can contribute to the society. The second important thing is, curiosity begins the exploration. But start asking questions, why not? If a body is falling, why is it falling? Why did it not go up? Even before Newton, apples were falling. But it required a Newton to ask, why did it fall? Why did it not go in some other direction? In other words, you will start inquiry at that point. Inquiring why and why not. If you do this why and why not, there are some more W's, I will not go in detail. You will start exploring. The joy is in exploration. People talk of goals, success, achievements. All of them are true and they are not destinations. Every day, every moment, if you are not happy with what is happening, what's life? I don't believe in a heaven beyond, but make your place of living a heaven. You can't be in a hell all the time cursing and wait for a heaven. Heaven is there around you. Please keep exploring. Never accept things. Of course, it has a limitation. Never accept things because somebody tells it. I'm not saying you should doubt, but you should look for the reason. The scientific method helps you in this. What is that scientific method? Observe. There are so many trees. All of them don't grow the same way. All of them don't flower the same way. All of them don't branch the same way. How many do we know? We don't know. What is shown in the lab sometimes, you know, this is a hibiscus flower, this has these parts. No, keep observing. You will find extremely exciting things. There is nothing in this world which is better than nature to learn. Nature is the best teacher. In fact, man has not been able to create anything that does not already exist in nature. So your laboratory is the whole nature. So you live in a laboratory actually, not necessarily what is found in between the four walls. Therefore observe. Then start, hey, this must be like this because of this reason. So start reasoning out, which happens obviously with you. If a body is at rest, you start asking why it is at rest. If something is moving, why is it moving? You reason out. That's called the hypothesis stage. Once you hypothesize, what you think may be right, may not be right. You should verify. Therefore, conduct experiments and explore. Once you conduct experiments, you get lot of data, lot of numbers or informations. Put them together, organize them properly, make conclusions. This is how life's problems can be solved. Who will solve the life's problems for your society? People like us are old. Every one of us will get old. Your parents and grandparents don't leave you as long as you live. Therefore, the future society's problems, you will have to only solve. Therefore, who should be the custodians for learning? At the age of 1 or so, when you started talking, curiosity began. When you learned to walk, did you want your mother to carry in her shoulders? No. You would wriggle out and get down and run yourself. So also when you know how to read and write, your learning should start. You should read. My experience is different from your experience. If there are about 600 crore people on this planet, all the 600 crore are different. Today, if the gene sequencing done, no two people are identical. Therefore, you are unique. Remember that. You are not a photocopy of anybody. That identity starts right at the age of 1 or 2. When a child understands its name, some child's name is Arun, call him Chinna, Papu, Puttu, Kanna, the child does not turn. Say Arun, immediately the child turns. That is, the identity starts early. But unfortunately, identity is identified only with the name. Don't do that. You are yourself, you are different, you have to live your life. In fact, one appeal to all the parents is, allow the children to live their lives. Don't live your lives through them. Therefore, all of you have the freedom. And the kind of society that you are going to live is different from the kind of society we grew up. We grew up in a society where the facilities or the comforts or the requirements were all different. Even today, I taught electronics to GATE students to many. If I have a small problem with my mobile, I'll ask my grandson, hey, can you fix it? In other words, the way your generation thinks and fixes problems is very different. Can't I learn? I may be able to learn, but you learn it so obviously. You should start learning on your own. You should start read, and teacher should help you where you have difficulty. If the teacher teaches what you can learn on your own, we're making you incapacitated. You are losing your abilities if I do your job. Therefore, children believe that you are capable and teachers should be sought only when you need. I have to live healthy, do my exercise, walking, eat the right kind of food, have the right kind of thoughts, remain calm. Because I know 500 doctors whom I taught probably at one point, I can't be anything and say doctors will save me. No doctor can save me. He can at best give me some medicine. He will stand in silence if something happens. That's all. He can't save me. Remember, your future you have to build, and therefore, second important message for all of you is, you are the custodians of your learning. You are capable of learning. You are the custodians. Don't expect somebody to teach and that will take you far. Because your way of thinking, your way of reading, your way of organizing data, your way of storing data are all different. Therefore, become owners of your learning. Others will help you only if you require. Just as a doctor is needed only when I fall sick, you should ask teachers only when you need. Remember that. This will help you greatly. The third thing is, information is not knowledge. Today with internet, you can get any information. In fact, my granddaughter, older granddaughter, when she was about 10 years, was asking something, the meaning of some word in English to her mother. Her mother was not knowing that word. She asked her brother, that is my son. The Chota, the younger daughter, granddaughter, who was only 5 years, hey, why do you bother Amma? Google it, I say, you will get it. Imagine the 5-year-old child knows that information is no great thing and it can be easily acquired. So you live in that world. We did not live in that world. So you should not be trained and tutored like how we lived. You should learn to explore and find solutions. Anything that does not trigger your thinking, build your abilities to think differently, think alternately. You can't solve problems of tomorrow. Imagine with global warming, the earth becomes too hot to live. You may not see that. In a few hundred years it could happen. Do you go under the sea and build your homes? Do you build houses in space and produce food somewhere else? We are growing food in farms today, agricultural land. We don't know tomorrow because of some reason. You may have to produce food inside factories by artificially creating the conditions and doing agriculture to harvesting to production of food, including a drone coming and dropping food at your doorstep and say, this is going to be at 40 degrees for the next 15 minutes, eat the food. That's the kind of society. You may have to live in a society where robots and human beings together live. It's a very different society. Learn to solve problems. Don't depend on marks and marks cards. They are necessary to a very limited extent. By the time most of you children become employable or look for productive work, people will not look at your marks cards. I am not saying therefore neglect your marks cards and studies. That's not the message. The message is you start looking at what you can do. We always look at outside. Oh, my physics teacher is not good. I can't understand. Chemistry is atrocious. We blame everybody and we fail. Should we blame everybody and fail, or should we find one nasty reason and still succeed? I didn't get anybody to help me. I made it. Success comes to those who dare and act. Remember, it's not a gift for everybody. You must earn what you want. Everybody gets in life not what one dreams, but what one deserves. If I deserve, I will get it. If I don't deserve, I will not get it. In other words, learn to work smart. Learn to work smart. And then, science is one which can actually help solve problems of society as far as the material comforts are concerned. I work with children of your age, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, 12th grade, mostly end of 8th grade. We run a program called Anveshana. where young students are introduced to formal research just like postgraduates getting into research. In the last 3 years, you know, for a paper to get published, it takes 6 months to 1 year. At least some 20 things are in the pipeline. We have 11 international publications by students of the 9th and 10th grade in peer-reviewed journals. I don't think sometimes we find them from our graduate and postgraduate teachers. Because the ecosystem is different, their job is different. Out of that, including from Harvard, children have published papers. They have not seen where Harvard is. Village girls, first generation schoolgoers have done that. How could they do that? You are potentially capable. You should only believe that you are capable. Unless you believe that you can, no, sir, I am not that intelligent, I can't do that, I can't do this. That girl is very bright. No, you are as potential as anybody, but you should believe first. If you don't trust yourself, nobody in this world need believe you. Remember that. I want a lot of you, particularly girls, need a lot more self-confidence and grit to survive on this social system. Therefore, all of you believe that you are capable and potentially capable of achieving anything. Most successful people in today were also like you one day as students. I don't know if you know, when Einstein was a small boy, his school teacher gave an envelope one day with a letter inside and asked him to hand over to his mother. The contents of the letter was, your child is too incapable of learning, please put him in some other school. That was the content of the letter. The boy didn't know. Mom, teacher has given a letter, please read it. Read it for me. The mother reads and she had a shock. The child was asked to be taken out of the school. Einstein asked his mother, Amma, what has the teacher written? She says, you are not able to, you are not going to be comfortable with that school. You need something better than what that school is. So I will shift you to another school where your intelligence can be evolved. We all know what Einstein is. What was the assessment? No good for that school. Don't you think there could be many Einsteins here? Many Ramanujams here? Many Abdul Kalams here? Every one of you is potentially capable. Believe in it. And start working. But treat science as one of the important verticals in life. Because it puts you into a framework of proper thinking. But without humanity, without art, without culture, we are no different from robots. We are no different from animals. Because animals have a limitation. Calling animals as not capable is wrong. They are designed like that by nature. So, what you should do is empathy, care for the other, respect others. Our parents might not be even educated sometimes, but we are here because of them. There are only two sets of people who are not your competitors. Your parents, they are never your competitors. They are ready to sacrifice their comforts for you. And the teachers. A good teacher is one who says, hey, my student has done this. The teacher is more proud at that time than what he would have got for himself. In fact, Professor Chandrasekhar, who got a Nobel Prize, S. Chandrasekhar, he proposed a theory at the age of 19. He got the Nobel Prize 56 years later. Two of his students got a Nobel Prize much earlier, and when somebody goes and asks Chandrasekhar, sir, you trained them and they have got the Nobel Prize, you have not got. Because somebody said his theory is not all right. Today you know Chandrasekhar's limit and theory of black holes. 56 years later he got his Nobel Prize. When a journalist went and asked him, he said, hey, they are truly bright and they deserved it. He didn't feel that he did not get, but later he got his Nobel Prize. A teacher is one who is not your competitor. He always enjoys your success. So respect parents and teachers. Don't uproot yourself with your education from your, what you call grassroots. Your home is your home. The culture, tradition, values are all there imbibed. This country is, you are born in this country is a lucky thing. You have 5,000 and more years of tradition and values here. No country can be as good as this country in terms of the culture and tradition. Respect your tradition. If you do this, I think every one of you have the potential. In fact, if I am permitted, some of you who are keen to do this kind of research, you can contact your person at Amrita University. We advertise shortly in about another 15 days, an advertisement will come in our website. Our organization name is Prayoga. You can apply. You will have a selection. We don't look at your marks. We look at your curiosity and passion. Some of you could publish research papers when you are still in the high school. The best record we have at Prayoga is so far, one student before he completed 10th standard has 4 publications. Probably with 4 good publications, somebody would get a PhD. That boy is studying in CMI Chennai. So, you are more capable than what you think. Remember, a survey also showed this. Each one of us is much more capable than what we think we are. Therefore, if you think in my today's few minutes of boring, that you are really capable, learning is your responsibility, it's your opportunity. You can be great solvers of social problems in the future. I think my coming here is justified. Thank you, my dear young friends, for listening to me for so long with apt attention. I wish you all a great, great, great future. And I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity, and I consider it as a blessing to talk to children. That is how I live my life. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words of wisdom and sharing such valuable thoughts with us. As you said, I hope we all keep up the curiosity to learn more throughout our lives. Thank you, sir.
To highlight the very essence and vision of this fest, we now invite Dr. Gopalakrishnan E.A., Principal, School of Computing and AI, speak on the spirit of Arohan. It's my pleasure to briefly introduce Gopalakrishnan sir and his remarkable academic journey. Dr. Gopalakrishnan holds a PhD from IIT Madras and has published in prestigious journals such as Chaos, Physical Review, and Nature Scientific Reports. His research on early warning signals for critical transitions was cited by the UK Prime Minister's Office. His area of expertise include complex systems, artificial intelligence, and time series analysis. His vision continues to shape the academic and research landscape of the Bangalore campus, steering it forward global recognition and meaningful innovation.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha, my pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma, and my salutations to one and all present here, and a warm welcome to all the students and parents and the teachers who are here for Arohan. So, in fact, my job has become redundant after a wonderful speech from our chief guest, because he has enunciated so well what is the spirit of Arohan. So, still, for the organizers, as they have given me a task, and as we are running late of the schedule, so I'll be trying to give you a very short gist. So, as our chief guest was pointing out, the first and foremost aspect is curiosity. So you know that he was mentioning about the physicist. So we know the one physicist who, instead of eating an apple, started developing the laws of gravity, right? And then you know the second one who actually completely changed the 20th century physics, a patent clerk sitting silently in a patent office. So we all know that, we all think, whenever you think about something, we think that time is constant. So for example, if I want to reach from here to a place, this is not applicable to Bangalore, because in Bangalore time runs in a different zone. So maybe he was aware of this. So we say that like 10 kilometers you want to travel, if I travel in 20 kilometers per hour, half an hour I may reach that distance. So we always think that time is constant and velocity is something, if you vary, then you will reach that way. So time is considered as a constant. But this patent clerk was thinking differently. So he thought that while the time could be constant, velocity is constant, which is like the velocity of light is constant, and then he changed the entire domain. And in fact, if you read the history of Einstein, then you know that he started from the Galileo's theory. Actually, Galileo had this in his mind. So one is curiosity, and second one is innovation. And the third most important aspect, interestingly, if you are following the Nobel Prize news, this time the Nobel Prize for economics, that was given to three scientists, three economists, and their theory, what was their theory? Their theory was innovation-driven growth. So what do you mean by innovation-driven growth is, why some societies are growing, why some societies are not growing. And especially one of them who proposed what happened after industrial revolution, why industrial revolution helped certain countries to grow. So the other two actually developed a mathematical theory based on that, and I'm not going to tell you all the mathematical theory for sure, but I'm just giving you the most important aspect of that theory, which is known as, they proposed what is known as creative destruction. So the word creative destruction may seem to us as an oxymoron, because creation and destruction we consider it as antonyms. So but what is known as creative destruction is, you question the existing authority and then you propose a new solution. And the openness of a society to accept such creative destruction makes the society eligible for growth. That was their theory, for which they got the Nobel Prize. So I would say the spirit of Arohan and the spirit of science in the larger sense is curiosity-driven innovation which will question the existing authority. And that's what you must be doing. And now you have a new player. Our chief guest, in fact, closed his speech with the reference to that. Like, you have the new disruptive force, which is, that's the reason why you have a symbol. You can see that the Arohan's picture, maybe 12 years before, Prashant would not have used this picture for Arohan, it would have been different. But now you can see a humanoid is there in the Arohan. So which means the AI is the new disruptive force. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, whenever very cognitive abilities are being questioned. So I am sure that many of you are using what is known as ChatGPT. So you are asking ChatGPT for anything and everything. So nowadays I don't know how many of your teachers are giving take-home assignments. If they are still giving, that means that they don't know that ChatGPT is existing. Okay, so if you are using ChatGPT, then you are using ChatGPT for what purpose? Are you replacing your cognitive capabilities with ChatGPT? So if you are going to do that, then you are going to become redundant. So your generation is going to face a new challenge which our generation has not faced. How are you going to remain relevant as a human being in the age of AI? Because now we see that every other thing is done by AI. So even AI has started making scientific discoveries. So somebody was telling that who is writing paper? AI is writing the paper. Who is reading the paper? AI is reading the paper. Who is reviewing the paper? AI is reviewing the paper. So it is like a complete AI cycle So human beings are just watching the whole show. Maybe I'm just clicking the button instead of doing anything. So that is the central challenge that your generation is going to face. And I feel the only answer to that is to increase our cognitive capacity, and events like Arohan actually aim for that. And you know the word Arohan in Sanskrit, if you see, the meaning of Arohan is rising, that is, you are ascending, right? So I sincerely pray to our Chancellor Amma to help all of you to ascend, to rise in the realm of science and contribute effectively to this country and make our country technically self-reliant, which is the goal of our Prime Minister, like Atmanirbhar Bharat. So please enjoy your 2 days here, explore the university, explore the event. I wish all the very best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words and for beautifully capturing the spirit of Arohan. Your insights truly remind us of the values and vision that drive our institution forward.
As we continue this morning's proceedings, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge one of the guiding forces behind our institution, Dr. Sriram Devnathan, Principal of School of Engineering. Although Sir could not be with us in person today due to prior commitments, let us reflect on his inspiring journey and lasting contributions. Dr. Sriram brings a unique blend of academic excellence and industry expertise from his decade-long tenure at 3M Company in the USA. A Six Sigma Black Belt certified professional, he has trained over 800 professionals and is passionate about sustainable technologies, waste to energy, and process intensification. With deep industry research experience, Dr. Devnathan brings a rare blend of industrial engineering practice and academic leadership. His vision for engineering education emphasizes sustainability, innovation, and social impact, making him a dynamic leader in the higher education space.
We now invite Dr. Tanuja L., FAST Chair and Head of Student Affairs, to take us through the exciting agenda of AAROHAN 2025. Welcome, ma'am.
Namashivaya. Good morning, all. A very good morning to all the dignitaries, faculty members, teachers, and my dear students. It gives me immense joy to welcome you all to the 12th edition of AAROHAN, the annual Amrita Science Fest, the flagship event of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Bengaluru campus. AAROHAN is just not a fest. It is the celebration of curiosity, creativity, and innovation. It is a platform that brings together bright young minds to explore, experiment, and experience the joys of science and technology. Over the past 11 successful editions, AAROHAN has grown into one of the most anticipated science fests in the region. It has inspired countless students to think beyond textbooks, to question, to innovate, and to realize their true potential as future scientists, technologists, and change makers. This year's 12th edition, being held today and tomorrow, promises to be bigger, brighter, and even more inspiring, with over 20 exciting events, including competitions, workshops, exhibitions, and fun challenges. AAROHAN offers something for everyone. Participants also stand a chance to win cash prizes worth Rs 2 lakh, certificates of achievement, and the prestigious overall championship trophy. For our junior participants from class 8 to 10, events like Avengers, Tech Assemble, Brainomania, and Math Olympiad make learning fun and engaging. For the senior category, students of class 11 and 12, we have stimulating challenges such as Circuitrix, Key Quest, and Reel the Deal, events that encourage creativity, teamwork, and critical thinking. And of course, Avishkaras, Science World, Mystic Games, and the Treasure Hunt add the element of excitement and exploration that makes AAROHAN so special. At its heart, AAROHAN is a journey a journey of discovery, inspiration, and growth. It reflects Amma's vision of holistic education where knowledge is balanced with values and where learning becomes a joyful and transformative experience. To all the young participants here today, I encourage you to explore fearlessly, participate wholeheartedly, and learn joyfully. Remember, every experiment, every idea, and every challenge you take up here adds to your growth and confidence. As Amma beautifully reminds us, knowledge and humility should go hand in hand. Only then can education truly serve humanity. May the divine blessings of Amma guide each and every one of us in this noble pursuit of learning and innovation. Thank you and welcome once again to AAROHAN 2025 12th edition, where curiosity meets creativity and learning becomes an adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To express our gratitude and appreciation, we now invite Dr. Manoj P. to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. H.S. Nagaraja.
Thank you, dignitaries, for your inspiring presence and words of wisdom. With that, we conclude the inaugural ceremony of AAROHAN 12th edition. Let the competitions, innovations, and creativity begin.
Kindly rise up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे